The Temple of the Monkey God versus the Ray of Doom. Who is the real powerhouse in Bloons TD battles? Well, I mean, just from past experience, I would say that the Temple is the strongest tower in the game, right guys? I think most people agree. It's the most expensive tower. If you sacrifice the right things in it, he's going to be absolutely amazing. But that's regular battles. This is card battles. This is going to be a little bit different. There's a couple of differences that we need to talk about right from the get-go. First of all, it's going to be a 4-2 Temple. So it's not going to be a 4-0, and then you can slowly upgrade it to 4-2. No, it's going to be a 4-2 right from the get-go, so it's going to absorb a lot of things. By the way, if you guys didn't know, when you sacrifice the temple, or when you build the temple card, it's not a max temple already. You're gonna have to sacrifice things still, so you're gonna have to put cards on the screen, put towers on the screen, and then sacrifice them by putting the card down, the temple card after that. So I want to point that out right from the get-go. Don't just think by putting a temple card down you're gonna have a max temple already. That is not how it works. The second thing is, there are some cards that don't even exist in the game. There's some towers that don't even exist in card battles. One of them being glue. So glue gunners don't exist yet in the game. They might end up existing a little bit later on, but for now they don't exist. So what does that mean for the temple? Well, to get a max temple, you need $30,000 or at least $10,000 of ice, glue, wizard, cannon, and then something else like a super monkey. And without glue, we might not be able to get a max temple. So that's going to play a little bit into our game. So what we're testing here, guys, let's just talk about what we're testing. We're going to do full-on Rays of Doom versus full-on not max temples. And I want to point that out. They're not max temples. We can't get glue, and he also did not go with any wizards in his sacrifice. Because you know what? Usually getting a really strong temple with, cannons is enough to say it's a really freaking good temple. So anyways, obviously we're winning right now. We're up by a life. No, I'm just joking, guys. We're just doing this as a test video. This was designed as an experiment, not as an actual game. So the next thing we need to talk about is the Ray of Doom, baby. Oh my god, what is up with the Ray of Doom? Is he a good card? Well, he is. He's a really, really good card. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been using the Ray of Doom a lot in my videos. I think he's a really awesome card. You know what? Even people rush with like max BFBs or even a few Oh my god, you can usually defend by getting a Ray of Doom and just a couple other support towers. And then on top of that, he's an excellent rush. 6 Oh my god sent out for $30,000. At $5,000 Oh my god, extremely cheap. It's actually less expensive than sending out, I think, 12 Oh my gods for the $100,000 with the temple. So obviously it's a really good, attack choice in here. So for the first 30 rounds, as you guys can plainly see, we're going to do regular 4x speed, and you guys can just see that. For the next about 3 minutes of the video, we're gonna slow it down to regular speed, but we're gonna skip every 10 rounds, so you guys can actually see how fast the Bloons are going and how good these towers are doing against the Bloons over here. So you can tell, he's finally got some temples built. You can tell he's got to put them pretty far apart from each other. Again, he's not getting max temples, but he is getting pretty darn strong temples. He's getting the cannons sacrificed in them, and he's also putting $30,000 of other towers in there, usually with the Super Monkey Fan Club, as you can plainly see. So the one thing that I want to point out is that it's very, very, very difficult to get this many 2-4, or just this many of any card at all. But especially for me, it was very, very hard to get these 2-4 Rays of Dooms. Oh my god, I had to throw out so many cards. So if you guys want to press the like button for me getting carpal tunnel trying to make this video for you guys, that would be absolutely awesome. I'd really, really appreciate that. This video did take a lot of work, by the way. It took us almost an hour of playing, of straight up just throwing cards, and finally getting the Rays of Dooms when I need them. So check out my economy, by the way. 19,000 economy. Holy crap, dude. The highest economy that I've ever gotten in card battles, by the way. I don't know, it was really awesome, guys. Really awesome to get that high of economy. At this point, I'm not even trying to get economy anymore. Sometimes I throw out some random ground zeros on the other side just because I can, but for the most part, I'm just throwing everything in the garbage. And you can tell, this is regular speed. Look how fast I'm throwing these guys out. I'm just going hardcore, trying to get those Ray of Dooms going for you guys. So right now, what can we see happening? It looks like the Ray of Dooms are suffering a little bit. There are already BFBs getting, about halfway through the screen. It's only round 60 right now, but I am still building more. Whereas my opponent, Handyson, cannot build any more temples. They're already 4-2, so you can't build anything more than that. Now, I will admit that he could build other towers in that game over there. Obviously, it's very, very easy where he could build a lot of other towers, but we're not testing out a combination of a billion different towers to be better than each other. No, we're testing out the Ray of Doom versus the temples. And this is what it looks like, guys. Finally, almost up to the maximum amount of Ray of Dooms. By the way, I'm trying really, really hard to fit these guys in there exactly where I wanted to put them. But in most situations, you just couldn't fit them where you wanted. It looks like this is going to be the maximum amount of Ray of Dooms. So we're just aiming it right in the middle now. We're not trying to do too much crazy micro or anything like that. Just aim right in the middle, and that's going to be the best way to pop all these balloons. And it seems like, at this point, the Ray of Dooms are surprisingly popping the Zoma God just a little bit faster. Popping Zoma Gods. Yeah. Not just the mobs, not just BFBs, the Zoma God Layer 2. This is only Rays of Doom. I don't know what to call them. Ray of Dooms or Rays of Doom. I don't know. What's the correct way to pluralize the Ray of Doom? If you guys are really good at grammar and pluralizing things, let me know in the comments below how I should call them. But here we go, guys. We're already pushing up to around 89, and you can tell these balloons are getting far. The Ray of Doom still not having too many issues with the Zoma God. It's popping them down already, still right in the middle there, with 0 micro required. Just chilling with my mouse in the middle. But check out Candyson. I mean, again, he's got a lot of space on his screen. Only 6 temples, because that's all you can fit on Battle Park right here. And he's having some trouble. Round 90, it looks like he might end up losing, but no, he keeps on pushing through, and he will end up barely surviving against these Moabs. Holy crapola, dude, right at the very edge right there. So what is the end result of this video? What does this mean for us? Well, in card battles, should you go for the temples? I don't know, guys. The Ray of Doom looks pretty darn awesome right now. Spamming these guys can be one of the best ways to go late game. So that's going to have you guys again. If you guys want to subscribe and or press like for me, that would be absolutely fantastic. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for watching, and have a super duper delicious day.